because his death is a mystery. They don't. It's an unsolved mystery. He was killed.
Okay, just a second. Okay, I'm going to ask you. You don't just you all just one like in other words. I'm just asking you questions that I'm going to ask you if he was missing, but don't give me too much information. But was he ever reported missing? Like was he
No,
gone and they couldn't find him? So they knew
no.
where he wasn't gone because
Mm-mm.
he's saying they tried to take him somewhere. I don't know who he's talking about. Okay. Oh man. Well, no wonder he's not settled. That's why. Was he robbed? Do you know that? I'm gonna write that down because he's saying he was robbed. They tried to rob
Ah,
him. They
I'm trying to
tried
find.
to.
I want to know, did he know the people that did this to him? He was gunned down.
Okay, and he was also beat. He was hit a few times, and he was robbed. And there's one man that he knows. One man that he knew. Did he? Okay. Did he ever work at a mechanic shop or some kind of shop with tires and it had cars around it, all around it? He's like that guy worked there. That guy worked there. He's telling me. I don't know who that is. So where it's at?
See, I don't know that part because we weren't. He left and moved away, and
Yeah. Well,
uh,
then this guy is still around, so he could be charged with something because
nobody.
he was there that night that he died.
The
Well, that
guy that
afternoon.
the guy that killed him. Does he
I
know
don't know
who?
if this. He said he was there. Like in other words, he acted like his friend and he was fine, but they wanted to rob him because they thought they had got paid, I guess, that day, and I think somebody was drinking beer. He's saying they were drinking beer, and then they said come over to somewhere, so they were all going to play pool or going to get a drink or beer, and then they went. I think it was somebody's. Was he found outside? He said they left me outside. Do you know
Yes,
that?
it was
Okay, he was.
outside.
Okay,
It was.
that makes sense. He said they left me outside, and he was. He died. He died fast. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm trying. He's talking real fast. Okay, he did die
Yeah.
outside, and he died fast. He didn't feel a lot of pain, but he's mad. He's real mad at him. Like he's angry because obviously he was set up. I think.
Debbie,
Okay.
30.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, hon. She's for you to just so you know, she gives me times like how long and things. It just keeps me focused and helps me with the energy. Okay, so um,
I thought
I
he was
think
set up too. And
no, honey, they hit him. They hit him in the head with something too. So he
there
was
was a
hitting.
girl. Did he say anything about a girl that was with him? There was a
The
girl.
girl was acting like she cared, like liked him, and she kind of brought him on. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if she knew it, but I feel like she thought maybe he was just going to be beat up and robbed, but they went too far. And he is.
And so she knows who did it, doesn't she? I bet.
I think she does. Yes, I do. I know that there's a guy, but I think she does too. Let me change paper. I'm out of paper. All right. So,
I have a question when you get
okay.
when
Yeah. Go
I don't want
ahead.
to interrupt your thoughts. Um,
No, it's okay.
well, I feel like I had a dream about him when he, like the morning that he died.
Did he try to tell you something in the dream? Do you see him? Because he said he reached out. What I say when they mean reach out, that he tried to reach out to you is what he's telling me. But I don't
He,
know when. I haven't asked.
I dreamed about him. He came to me
Oh, okay.
before I even knew he died. He died.
Oh,
My
okay.
my 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 birthday
Birthday.
was September
Birthday.
28th.
Yeah.
He died
Birthday.
the day before. I heard
Woo.
about his death the day before my birthday.
Got chills. Yep, I got chills. I said birthday right when you did. Okay,
And then
so
that in
he's
that morning, and I was also surprised because the sheriff came to my house to tell me, and I hadn't been with married to him in like 20 something years, so I didn't know why they were
they
calling
go
me.
by
Why?
the address that they've got a location. Like the last time that he was in the computer, that's how it works. They'll go by. Y'all could have been apart 8 years, 10 years, but the last thing that they have any record of, they go to that address or that person. They look for it, and that's how they went to you. And the reason
Oh,
I know that's because I had to go do death messages or find, like I said, I work with law enforcement sometimes or different departments. So I just know that for a fact. That's not in this reading. I'm just saying that's why. Um,
yeah.
and I think he put you on some paper as next to kin. I'm not even joking you. He did. even though
Hmm.
y'all were not together at the time. That's, I mean, this man didn't stop loving you, even though he probably should have, or how do I say this? May have done some ups and downs with you too. Say it that way. I
Yeah,
try
I'm
to.
writing a whole book about this.
I'm
This is-
sorry, baby. So am I. I'm on my second or third page here. All right. So it's the
No, I mean,
19.
no, I mean, I meant that literally. Like I was in the
Oh,
process of
yeah.
writing a book about him and our relationship,
Yeah,
and how
yeah,
bumpy it was, and then he died.
that's crazy. But
Yeah,
he came to you in that dream. Now, what I don't know what your dream was about, but
he hugged me in the dream.
you know what? That's like saying goodbye. That usually means goodbye. Now, they don't always mean goodbye. It's depending on if they pass right after that, then that's what that meant. I feel like there's a meaning behind it, and that's what I'm telling you. That's like I said, I'm very honest, and I tell you exactly what I get or what I feel, and that's
Well,
what I felt with that.
to be
Now, if
to
it's
be
a
to be
go ahead.
honest with you, do you know the Christmas movie? Like, what is it? When is it Scrooge that they take around on all of these adventures? Like,
Yes, past lives, and he shows them
right,
past, present, future. Yes, yes,
right.
yes.
Well, in the
Yes, Christmas
dream,
Carol.
he was taking me to. It felt like he was taking me to see all the dirt he had done, and he would say, "Wait right here," while he
Oh,
went to do his dirt. And then he would go somewhere else, and there would be a drug transaction, and he would tell me to sit over there and just wait.
yeah,
And at the very end of the dream, he just came and gave me this real sincere hug. And I remember thinking, this feels
that's it.
weird. Get off of me.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? He got involved, and like I said, that girl was led right into it. They were doing some drugs, they were drinking, and it was kind of like going to be a party type thing. But what makes me feel so, I feel bad for him because they set him up, like, and then it happened so fast, almost like she's talking to him. They come up behind him, and boom, boom, and then they hit him, and then they shot him. But I don't know that there wasn't a knife too, because I feel like they put a knife up to his throat, and they were like, "You owe us," or something about drugs. It was something to do with wanting to buy, or he owed them money, or they owed him money. But they turned it around and said he owed them. So they all covered, and there was 3 to 4 of them. And I know one for sure. He worked at a place where this guy, your ex, went to or worked at. But I don't, like
Mm,
I said, because he said he worked with me. He worked with me. How could he do,
mhm.
So he's really mad about that. So
Can I ask
one of
you,
them, yeah,
is
honey, you can ask me anything. I'm sorry. Just
is
tell
it
me.
did he make it to heaven? Just crazy.
You know what? I feel like he did. I really do. I feel like the way I'm looking at him, he's not in hell. I can promise you that. So where else is he?
Good.
He's not in the middle. He's not. He's not just hanging. Um,
He's not
I
in
believe.
limbo.
Yeah, exactly. Um, he now uh, like I'm not gonna associate it, but when I do readings, sometimes if someone wants you or the person me to ask them to do something for them or something, sometimes it's different things. He wants me to tell you that he's sorry for the thing he did that started your problems. That's how he put it. Now, I don't know if it was drug, cheating, lied. I don't know if he did any of that. I'm saying he said just that to you. Ask her if she will forgive me for what I did in the beginning. So that's how I'm saying it. Well, like the first thing he did, I guess, or whatever. And then later on, it carried on. And he did some other things. And he
Mhm.
needs that forgiveness, and that helps him move on. You know what I mean? From you and from doing wrong. So I don't know what he means, but you don't have to tell me. I asked for him because he asked. He wants forgiveness from you, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I forgive him. I felt like I already forgave him even before he died, but it's still something that I talk about because I think the
I think
situation
so.
the situation itself is educational, which is why I talk and I write about it.
Yes. And
But
I'm
the
writing it
anger,
right now.
I'm over all of the stuff that he did. So I would say yes, let him know
Yeah.
he's forgiven and to move on wherever he's supposed to be.
Yes, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm also writing because I like to make it. Like I said, I write it just to keep up with it. Um, See, that helps him because he did some things that weren't like right when y'all were married, and he's without some maybe telling me and some he's not. But I'm just saying he wants to move on from that, but he wants to make sure that you're okay and that you're with him. You know what I mean? Like forgive him. And he
Yeah.
heard you say that. And that he loved the kids. Like I guess. what that means? Did he have children? Did y'all have children? Because he said,
Yes,
I really like.
and
Okay,
and one of the children in particular, the middle child, is just struggling because she was mad at him for like a year before he
that's
died.
what's hurting him too. Then he's got to get through this.
No,
I don't know if she's
she
old
was
enough.
she's
How?
having the struggle because he died under those circumstances where she was, kind of not
Yes.
talking to him.
Yep. Yep. They had a little problems. Yeah. And then they
Hmm.
didn't work him out in time, and then he's gone.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. How did
Okay.
he
Well, the
feel
thing
about
of it
that?
is, how can she? Well, he feels bad about it. But how is she old enough to understand this? Because I would say your dad wants you to forgive him. And he came to this crazy woman I talked to. I don't care what you have to say, but I want her to feel better about this. I do. I feel
Well,
sorry for her.
I
Like
can
it breaks
share
my
this
heart.
with I can share this with her, and I know it would bring her comfort because it's like I know it bothers her like
Well,
every
yes,
day.
and it bothers him, but I'm more like I'm not that I'm not worried about him, but I know where he's at. I'm worried about her. I want her to have closure or feel some relief about her dad. He loved her, but he made mistakes. He makes that clear to me. He made mistakes, and he can't tell her that. It would scare her if he, you know what I mean, if he showed up at your house. So he's trying to stay away, but that's why he has came to your house, even around her. And I feel like look, another every chance he can get to be around her, sometimes he comes around her. But he's like, I can't communicate like you can. He's saying like I can, like tell her. So I'm trying to make sure she knows that her dad, he does love her. He always loved her. He made bad choices, and also he's saying, I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of her. So I'm writing this as fast as I can too. That's a little emotional. I'm sorry. He's very proud.
Yes, I definitely have to let him hear that. Now the other two are going to want a message too.
Okay,
I
well,
got
let's
two.
get it
Two.
out there.
We had
The
three.
main thing that he is he loves. Okay, he loves them, but he acknowledges, which I think's huge to do. Don't make the mistakes I did. Don't ever think that you're less than you are. I don't know what that means. Like you are something. He loves it. And maybe you don't think he talks that way, but I'm telling you, he's talking that way to me.
I
Whew.
believe it.
He loves all
He had
of
his
he loves
moments
all
where
of you.
yeah, he
Yep.
had that moment.
Yeah, he did. He loves all